welcome friends to the Formula Engineering Classroom, and in this lecture we'll see some numerical problems of hydrostatic forces on inclined plane surface. As we discussed our previous case, the hydrostatic force on inclined plane surface, and we discussed about the force and its location. Okay, now we'll see some applications. So here is our first problem. So in our first problem, a rectangular gate is given. In this case, the dimensions of this gate are 5 meter into 1.5 meter. Actually, 1.5 meter is the width of gate that is perpendicular to this screen, and 5 meter is this one. So let I'm marking this one. This is the 5 meter. This is 5 meter. This is 5 meter. Okay, this is 5 meter, and 1.5 meter is the width of gate that is perpendicular to this screen here. Now, left hand side there is water here, and the water height is unknown that we have to calculate. And this gate is balanced by a rope and pulley system and by hanging a weight of 50 kN. In this case, we have to calculate what will be the height of water at which the gate will start to fall this side. Okay, again I'm repeating the problem. In this problem, we have to calculate what is the height of water at which the gate will start to fall, or gate begins to fall here. Okay, to solve this type of problem, first of all, we can say that this gate is balanced by the force that is acting due to this water on this left hand side, and the counter force is due to this weight. So this gate is balanced. Okay, means some force is acting over here due to this water, and this force acting in counter side, that is balancing this gate. So as the water height rises, then the hydrostatic force increases, and one particular height, the force is just balancing the moment. Actually, the moment due to this force is just balancing the moment due to this force over here. After which, if the height increases, so the force increases and the gate will start to fall. Okay, so we are saying h is our height in this case that we want to calculate, and I'm marking this point. Let this point, his point is O here. This is the hinge here. This point is A here, and let this point is B here. So the submerged surface of gate is OB. Okay, the submerged surface of gate is OB. This is 60 degrees, so obviously this is also 60 degree. Okay, so first we'll try to calculate the hydrostatic force. So we know that is pressure intensity is going to be distributed over the gate here, and it will look like this one. Here the pressure intensity will be 0, and slowly it's going to be increased like that. Okay, so I'm drawing this one. This is the pressure intensity at the bottom of gate, and slowly at the B point this is going to be 0 here. So this is the distribution of pressure over this inclined gate. Obviously the pressure intensity is going to be normal of this gate. So can we calculate this pressure intensity that is at bottom of the gate? Yes, we can calculate, because this pressure intensity is due to the h height of water from the solid surface. Okay, so if rho is the density of fluid, if I'm saying like rho is the density of fluid, W is the specific weight of fluid, so this will be equals to rho gh. This is due to this one. This is due to depth here. So at this point we can say that is, if we are moving depth here, so this pressure intensity and obviously this pressure intensity, both are same here. Okay, so we can write this value is rho g h or wh. Okay, so this is the pressure intensity here. Now we can calculate the force exerted by water on this plane surface by two methods. First, we know the formula, that is WAYC. We know that is force can be calculated by, so hydrostatic force F will be calculated by WAYC. So first I'm using this one, then I will tell you the second method. So in this case, area. So we know the W and the area of submerged gate is here. So I think the area will be equals to OB, because we only need the area of submerged surface. So this is OB into width of gate perpendicular to the screen, that is 1.5. So area is what? So area is equals to OB into 1.5. So let's try to find out the OB in terms of H. Okay, so I think I can say that that is OB sine 60. OB sine 60 will be equals to H. What do you think? We can see here that there is OB, this is OB here, and OB sine 60 will be equals to the H here. Okay, so the OB will be equals to H by sine 60. Okay, so we can calculate in terms of point values here. So this will be equals to 1.1547 times of H. Okay, this is our OB in terms of H here. Okay, then we want to calculate. So let here I'm writing this is equals to 1.1547 times of H into 1.5. So A is known in terms of height. Now YC. So YC we can calculate. So what is YC? YC we know YC is the distance of center of gravity from the free surface. But in this case, distance of center of gravity we need only for the submerged surface. So the submerged surface of the gate is OB. Okay, this is OB here. And let for this OB, we can say that this is the center of gravity. This is G point. So if this is the center of gravity, in that case, this becomes YC. This becomes YC. YC is what? YC is the distance of gravity of submerged surface from the free surface of fluid. Okay, so this is YC. So I think in this case OG will be equals to OB by 2, that is half of OB, that is OG. Okay, or BG is also equals to half of OB. So here we can write this is, that is OG, that is also equals to BG will be equals to OB by 2 here. Okay, now so if we know this BG and we know this angle, so I think YC will be equals to what? So YC will be equals to, I think, BG sine 60. Okay, YC will be equals to BG sine 60. So we can write that is YC is equals to BG sine 60. Okay, and we know BG is OB by 2. So we can write this is OB by 2 into sine 60. And in terms of OB, sorry, in terms of H, OB is equals to H by sine 60. So we can write this is H by 2 from here into sine 60. Also here this is sine 60. Okay, so this sine 60 is out. So YC will be equals to H by 2. Okay, so now we know the YC, that is equals to H by 2 in terms of H. We know the area, that is 1.157 times of H into 1.5, and we know the W, that is water, this is 9810. So we can calculate here force in terms of height here. Okay, so we can write down here, so force, so F will be equals to, so this is, sorry, this is W into 1.1547 times of H into 1.5, this is area, into YC is zero point 0.5 times of H. Okay, so let me calculate. So that I am writing this value in terms of W and H. So this value becomes 0.866 W H square. So here I am providing the value of F in terms of W and H square. Okay, so this is one method to calculating the force. Now what is the second method? I think in previous lecture I told you, when if there is a rectangular surface, then we can calculate the force by calculating the volume of case of pressure intensity diagram. Let me clear this one. For this problem, let just a minute, I'm saying this one. This is our gate. That is inclined. This is that our solid surface. Okay, here is hinge to this one. This is hinge, and let up to this point is water. So up to this point is water here. Okay, now we can provide the pressure intensity diagram here. So we can draw like that. This is the pressure intensity diagram over here. Okay, this side also it look like, sorry, this is look like this one. Like this. So this is the pressure intensity diagram over this for this gate. So I told you that is we can calculate the force by calculating this case pressure intensity case diagram. That is, if we calculate the volume of this diagram, then that volume will be exactly equal to this force. So I think the width of the gate is also known, that is 1.5 meter. Okay, and this pressure intensity at the bottom, this is, we already know, this is equal to the specific weight of fluid into height h. Okay, that is h is this one, h is this one here. So first we can calculate the area. Obviously this point is O point, this point is B point, this point is A point. Okay, so the height of the triangle is OB. Okay, height of the triangle is OB here. So OB in terms of h equals to 1.1547 h. Okay, so that if we can calculate the area of this triangle, then multiplying this area to this width, that is 1.5, we can easily calculate the force. So the area of triangle, so this is 1 by 2, base is WH, height is OB. Okay, so this will be equals to 1 by 2 WH, this is 1.1547 times of H. Okay, this is the area. Now volume of this diagram, so volume will be equals to area into width, that is 1.5. So area is 1 by 2 WH into 1.1547 times of H into 1.5. Okay, so you can see here, this is the same calculation here. Here we are adding 0.5 times of H. So we can say that this H divided by 2, that is 0.5. So W into 0.5 times of H into 1.1547 H into 1.5. This is providing the same value here. Okay, so this is the hydrostatic force acting on this submerged gate. Now, next we have to find out what is the center of pressure or the point of action of this force. So let if I'm saying this is the resultant force. Sorry, this is the resultant force acting over here. Okay, this is our F that we calculated 0.866 WH square. So this is our F. So this is acting over here at the center of pressure. Okay, so that's why we need to calculate the YP. Okay, there are also two methods of calculating YP. What is YP? YP is the distance of center of pressure from the free surface of fluid. Okay, now from our previous lecture, we know for the inclined surface, YP can be calculated by using the formula YC plus IC by AYC sine square alpha. Okay, that was the formula for the inclined plane surface. Okay, so I think in this case yc is known. We know that is h by 2. IC. Now IC is what? IC is the mass moment of inertia about self axis of this submerged gate. So for this one, to calculating the IC, what we can do? So the submerged part is this one. Okay, this is the submerged part. This is the submerged part of the gate. So moment of inertia of this gate about self axis means about, let I'm saying this x axis. So I think we can calculate easily. Okay, so what is the moment of inertia of this gate about this x-axis? So we can write that is IC will be equals to, so obviously width is 1.5, so 1.5 that is B into h cube. H is what? H is OB. Here for this submerged body, this is OB cube by 12. This is BH cube by 12. Okay, now we also know the value of OB in terms of H, that is this one. So we can write this is 1.5 into 1.1547 h cube divided by 12. Okay, this is our IC. What is alpha here? So I think alpha is 60 degree, that is given. Okay, so by using this one we can calculate yp in terms of h, because every term in terms of h here, the value of yc is also in terms of h here. So here we can say that is yp will be equals to, so let me calculate this value. So this value is roughly 0.667 times of h. Okay, this is our yp in terms of h here. Okay, but you can notice here this point is center of pressure. Okay, and this point is B point. I think yp is also equals to, let if I'm saying the center of pressure point is C point, so we can say that is BC is, if I'm resolving BC by sine 60, so if I'm saying BC sine 60 will also equals to yp. Okay, we can write here BC sine 60 is also equals to yp here. So I can also write this value equals to BC sine 60. Okay, now so from here we can calculate what is BC is. So BC is equals to 0.667 h divided by sine 60. Okay, so let me calculate this value. So this divided by sine 60. So this value is roughly 0.7698 times of h. This is what? This is BC here. Okay, why I'm calculating BC? Because I want to calculate the moment generated by this force about this hinge. So I need this distance of this center of action of this point to hinge point. So I need this distance. That is, I need OC distance. So if I know OB distance, that is equals to 1.1547 h, and I know what is BC here, that is 0.7698 h. So we can easily calculate what is OC is. So from here we can say that OC will be equals to OB minus BC. What is OB? OB is 1.1547 h minus 0.7698 h. That is equals to, so let me calculate this value. So this value is 0.3849 h. Okay, this value is 0.3849 h. So we know the OC here. Now, so we know the force and we know the distance of this force from the hinge point. So the moment generated by this force about the hinge point we can easily calculate. So that I'm using this space here. So here we can say that there is F into OC. So this F into OC will create moment about this hinge, that is clockwise moment. Okay, and this clockwise moment is countered by the moment generated by this weight, that is 15 kilonewton. We know in this string there is a tension here, so the tension will look like this one in this string, and this value of this tension force is also 50 kilonewton. Okay, and that is acting in this direction. So this force into the distance of this force from the hinge, that is we already know that is 5 meter, is creating anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so this moment is balancing this moment, so I can write this F into OC will also be equals to 50 into 10 raised to power 3, that is the tension force, into 5 meter, that is the distance of this force from the hinge. This is the counter moment. Okay, now what is force? Force we calculated, that is 0.866 WH square, into what is OC? OC we calculated, that is 0.3849 times of H, will be equals to 50 into 10 raised to power 3 into 5. Okay, so in this whole equation there are two unknown terms, that is W, that is specific weight of water, that is not unknown, actually the value we know, that is for the water W will be equals to 9810 Newton per meter cube. So this is known. So only unknown term is H, that is the height of water up to which the system is completely balanced, or beyond that height the gate just start to fall. Okay, so from here we can calculate H. So let me calculate this value of H here. So H will be equals to, so this is, just a minute, this is, okay, so this is 4.239 meter. This is the height of water. Above this height of water the gate begins fall or start to fall, because after that this force due to this weight in the, due to this weight that is balancing this one, can't hold this force, because in that case the height of water is beyond this height and the force is more here, and that is acting at the center of pressure. So this moment will be more than this moment and the gate will start to fall over here. Now so here we calculated YP, and I told you that I will tell you one more technique you can calculate YP easily. I think we discussed that is YP is also the center of gravity of pressure intensity diagram. In our previous lectures we discussed this one. That is YP is the center of gravity of pressure intensity diagram. So in this case we can easily calculate YP. So we know for this triangle, the CG of the triangle that around here. Okay, that I'm saying this is CG of this triangle. So I think this will be equals to, actually this is what, this is OC, this is OC here. Okay, and actually the center of pressure is the center of gravity of this triangle. So from here we can directly calculate what is OC is. So what is OC? So OC is the center of gravity of this pressure intensity triangle from the base. So from the base here, so for this triangle the height is OB, that is OB here, height is OB here. So what is OC? So OC in this case will be equals to, so we know that the center of gravity of triangle from the base will be the 1/3 of its height, that is OB by 3, and we know OB is 1.1547 times of H divided by 3, and by calculating these values the answer of OC will be same, that is 0.3849 times of H. So from here you can directly calculate what is OC. So I think in this case the points are clear. So to solve this type of problem, always try to balance the moments. So to balance the moment, first calculate the hydrostatic force, then calculate the moment generated by this force about that hinge point, and balance that moment by creating moment some another force, like in this case there is a weight is acting over here, and there is a tension force in the string. This is the counter moment, and balance the system, and you will easily calculate what will be the height of water. Okay, so you like the lecture, then subscribe the channel, and please comment your doubt. I'm always here to help you, and thanks for watching. Take care yourself. See you in the next lecture. Thanks again.